Hello everyone, in this video, we will explore the stories of 5 notorious women from the Bible, whose actions and ambitions have placed them in the spotlight for their cruelties and cunning. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to receive our upcoming videos. Let's get started. Delilah, known for her notorious betrayal of Samson, Delilah was a seductive and cunning woman who skillfully manipulated the Hebrew hero to discover the source of his superhuman strength. Through various attempts, using persuasion and trickery, she finally achieved her goal and made Samson, confident in her love, reveal that his strength came from his long hair, never cut as part of his Nazirite vow. With the revelation of Samson's secret, Delilah put her cunning plan into action. Taking advantage of the trust Samson had placed in her, Delilah made him fall asleep on her lap and ordered a man to cut his hair. By doing so, she not only stole Samson's divine strength, but also betrayed his trust and handed him over to the Philistines, his enemies. Deprived of his strength and betrayed by the woman he loved, Samson was captured by the Philistines, who imprisoned him and subjected him to humiliation and torture. Potiphar's wife. The Bible does not reveal the name of this enigmatic woman, but it informs us that she was the wife of Potiphar, a prominent Egyptian official. She was attracted to Joseph, a Hebrew slave who had been promoted to the administrator of Potiphar's house due to his competence and divine favor. Enchanted by his appearance and position, she attempted to seduce Joseph on several occasions. However, Joseph demonstrated integrity and devotion to God by resisting her advances, even in the face of great pressure. Aware that yielding to temptation would be a sin against God and a betrayal of his master's trust, Joseph remained steadfast in his faith and convictions. Envious and humiliated by Joseph's rejection, Potiphar's wife plotted her revenge. She falsely accused Joseph of attempted assault, presenting as evidence the garment he had left behind while fleeing her advances. Based on this unfounded accusation, Potiphar, indignant, had Joseph thrown into prison, disregarding the honorable character of his administrator. Athaliah, daughter of the infamous King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, was born into an environment where the worship of the one true God was denied and replaced by pagan practices. Influenced by her mother, Athaliah promoted the worship of pagan gods and managed to turn both her husband and the people of Judah away from the true God. She was not only responsible for this shift in spiritual direction, but also for a heinous act of violence to secure her position of power. After the death of her son, instead of allowing her grandchildren to ascend to the throne, Athaliah made a brutal decision. She killed her own grandchildren, extinguishing the royal lineage and usurping the throne of Judah. Reigning for 6 long years, Athaliah continued to promote the worship of pagan gods and depart from the traditions and laws of the God of Israel. However, Athaliah's reign came to an abrupt and violent end. She was deposed and subsequently killed by those who opposed her tyranny and idolatry. Herodias, born into a family of power and privilege, Herodias was the daughter of Aristobulus and Berenice and the granddaughter of the infamous Herod the Great. The Bible describes her as a cunning, manipulative, and vengeful woman who used her position and influence to carry out a terrible act of revenge against John the Baptist. John the Baptist, the prophet who preached repentance and announced the coming of the Messiah, had publicly condemned Herodias' marriage to Herod Antipas. This union was considered illegitimate and immoral because Herod Antipas was her first husband's brother, which was prohibited by Jewish law. John the Baptist's condemnation of this relationship fueled Herodias' resentment, leading her to plot her revenge. The opportunity to execute her plan arose during a birthday feast for Herod Antipas. Herodias instructed her daughter, Salome, to dance for the guests and her stepfather. The dance pleased Herod so much that he promised to give Salome anything she asked for. Advised by her mother, Salome demanded the head of John the Baptist on a platter. Reluctantly, but compelled by his promise and the guest's presence, Herod granted the request and ordered the execution of John the Baptist. In this way, Herodias achieved her revenge and eliminated the one who had dared to condemn her illicit marriage. Jezebel, a Phoenician princess married to King Ahab of Israel, is an infamous figure in the Bible for her relentless persecution of the prophets of the God of Israel and her tireless promotion of idolatry throughout the kingdom. Jezebel's influence led the people of Israel to worship false gods and turn away from the true God, resulting in great corruption and suffering. One of the most striking episodes involving Jezebel occurred when she conspired to murder Naboth, a righteous man who refused to sell his vineyard to King Ahab. Jezebel saw this as an affront to her husband and his power and orchestrated a plan to kill Naboth through false accusations of blasphemy and treason. With Naboth dead, Ahab took possession of the vineyard, but Jezebel's nefarious action drew the wrath of God. The prophet Elijah prophesied that Jezebel would meet a terrible end, with her bloody death and her body being devoured by dogs. The prophecy was fulfilled years later when a revolt led by Jehu, a general of the Israelite army, overthrew the royal family. Jehu ordered Jezebel to be thrown out of a window, and her body, left on the ground, was devoured by dogs. That's it, folks. Those were the 5 worst women of the Bible. We hope you enjoyed and learned something new today. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends and family. And if you have any suggestions for topics for our next videos, leave them in the comments. Who knows, maybe your idea will become a video here on the channel.